Hello, everyone, and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. Folks, it looks like the Democrats are probably going to set up the reconciliation process to pass the American Families Plan and the $4 trillion infrastructure plan. The reason I say that is because some new signs have emerged from a top Democrat. Before we get to that, let's show you this tweet on your screen from the President of the United States. The United States is the only industrialized country in the world with no national paid family leave policy. It's a disgrace. We must pass the American Families Plan. Now, as you know, as you've been following our channel, and by the way, we appreciate you being a viewer and a subscriber. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. As a viewer to our channel, you know that the Democrats want a very broad definition of infrastructure. They consider infrastructure to not only be traditional infrastructure like roads, bridges, and broadbands, they also consider infrastructure to be human infrastructure. However, the Republicans, led by Shelley Moore Capito, the Republican senator from West Virginia, want a narrow definition of infrastructure, and this proposal was already rejected by President Biden. In fact, President Biden and Shelley Moore Capito have already met again, and their talks are continuing at the time I'm recording this video. I'll keep you posted. And this channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, the economy, as well as your money. So please make sure you click the like button, make sure you click subscribe, and enable notifications. In the meantime, let's take a look at this new tweet from Burgess Everett, who's a Politico co-congressional bureau chief. And Burgess reports that the Senate Majority Whip, Dick Durbin, talked about passing this infrastructure bill with some level of urgency, and he says that the bipartisan talks are not going anywhere. In fact, he said, and I quote, "The president has been very patient, and at this point, if we can't reach an agreement, we ought to consider alternatives." When he was asked by Burgess Everett, has it reached that point? He said, "In my mind, it has." Folks, this means that the Democrats have indeed reached a breaking point and will now start pressuring President Biden to pass a $4 trillion infrastructure bill, the American Families Plan, and all the other aspects of the Biden agenda without support from the Republicans again. And this is going to be very, very divisive if the Democrats pass the reconciliation bill again, but it does look like there is no other way. And the irony in this situation is that President Biden's hand is being forced by a Democrat, the conservative Democrat from West Virginia, Joe Manchin. In fact, Congressman Bowman, the Democrat from New York, called Joe Manchin the new Mitch McConnell. As you can see, there's a lot at stake, and President Biden is doing the best he can to juggle the number of votes he needs to get, as well as factions within his own party who are not entirely supportive of his agenda. Even if the Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin wants to find alternatives, it's going to be very important for the president to get the support of Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. So, folks, this is where things stand right now. The infrastructure talks with Republicans are not going anywhere. There are a lot of proposals being floated around, but none of them are worth mentioning because all of them are just talking points for these politicians. The bottom line is this: the Democrats are very likely to pass another reconciliation bill in order to be able to get to a point where they can pass the American Rescue Plan. This is where things stand right now. In the meantime, the Republicans are very busy trying to stall the Biden agenda. They're trying to lowball the president with a $1 trillion offer by trying to propose a narrower definition of infrastructure. And it's very clear that the Democrats are not buying any of this. Also, while all of this has been happening, former President Trump has been busy talking and has been busy discussing various things. I did do another video on our channel highlighting some of the recent comments, some of the recent bizarre comments from former President Trump that'll probably make you scratch your head. In the meantime, the one and only Stormy Daniels said that her attorney is in contact with New York investigators, but she said she has not answered any direct questions involving the Trump investigation. It does look like some sort of legal action, potentially even an indictment against former President Trump could be coming. Let's roll the tape and hear from Stormy Daniels, who was involved in litigation, in private agreements with former President Trump. Let's see what she says about her attorneys being in contact with New York investigators about the Trump organization and all the stuff it does. Let's roll the tape and hear from Daniels.
I know that my attorney, Clark Brewster, has been in contact with them and very forthcoming with my willingness to participate. I've had meetings with them about other issues. I've given depositions willingly about other cases involved. And we honestly really thought that the Supreme Court was going to step up and do the right thing, because this sets a really terrifying precedent that the president is above the law. And I really just, whether you are on, the side of Trump or not, I just don't understand how one man can go to prison for a crime and somebody else can't even be investigated.
But as of now, you haven't sat for a deposition or answered any direct questions involving this investigation into Donald Trump.
There you have it, everybody. A top Democrat, the Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, talks about the urgency of passing an infrastructure bill without support from the Republicans. In other words, he said it's time to consider alternatives to the infrastructure bill. Pretty incredible what's going on right now. It does look like the entire discussions between the Senate Democrats and the Senate Republicans are indeed falling apart, and that is where things stand right now. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. We work very hard on this channel to try and bring you the latest news. And I can tell you that I'll always bring you the news, and I'll always bring you the truth, wherever the truth might lead us. Whether it's bizarre news, bizarre comments from former President Trump, or simply unbelievable comments from many, many, many Republicans across the country, or some of the puzzling things, downright unbelievable things that the Democrats do from time to time, you can be sure that I'll bring you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. At this point in time, it does look like the Democrats are gearing up to pass the infrastructure package through the process of reconciliation. I'll be sure to keep you posted. Let me know in the comment section below whether you believe the Democrats should indeed proceed with the process of reconciliation, and what you think they should do in order to be able to get the American Families Plan, the American Jobs Plan passed for the benefit of the American people. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to engage with your comments below. Also, please follow me on Twitter. You'll be able to keep up with the news in real time, and you'll be able to engage with me directly on Twitter. It's almost like having your own real-time news alert service. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Some unbelievable news emerging in Washington, D.C., but you can be sure to depend on the Ignition Time channel, where you'll learn about matters that are important to the country, the economy, as well as our money. Thank you so much for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.